It's morning and it's already so freaking hot. We're all gonna melt. It's lucky it's windy because it's gonna be hotter than it was yesterday. And then tomorrow it's gonna be cold. It won't be cold tomorrow. It'll be like what you might consider room temperature. Wow, it's windy. That's a relief. But tomorrow it'll be like room temperature, but the day after it'll be like just right around freezing. It might snow. I am so sick of this weather. Hot, hot, hot. Never mind snow. But come on. Come on. That's nonsense. Also, these ducks are huge. I'm gonna... Do I have to change your sand? Maybe. Maybe. A little bit. Look at how big those ducks are. Look at them. Those are huge ducks. They're huge. The hugest ducks. These guys are doing really well. They are so darn cute. These are keepers. These ones, we've got a few layers in there. We got a few silkies in there. Those are keepers. They're not for sale. They're not for sale. We will have silkies for sale this weekend, unless Tristan falls in love with all of them. He's the silky man. I'm focused on my layers because I need my layers because I sell eggs for eating. So I need my layers. But Tristan is the silky man. Hi, Blue. I was coming over here to see you guys. Hi, guys. 3 gentlemen, a lady, and a turkey. You guys are very pretty. Shadowfax is looking a little like he rolled in boogers. That's okay. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Arwen's good. Every time Arwen doesn't show up on film or I just catch her in the distance like dead. Yes, I see. There's a duck here. And there's another duck here. There's 2 ducks here. They're trying to... Oh, there's 2 ducks there, 2 ducks there. Okay, 2 ducks under the barn. That makes sense. Okay. I have to get you some hay. I will do that as soon as we stop filming. You ate it all. You ate it all. Look at that. They had half a bag, and then they ate it all. Okay. I will get you guys hay. Even though, Arwen, you're a free-range goat, you can go eat whatever you want, whenever you want. Wow. Wow, it's windy. Hi. You're looking a little tore up. Are you the favorite of the gentlemen? Okay, well, we're going to get you a saddle. Sometimes when they get really tore up, you have to get them a saddle. Also, I don't have my, hang on. I have to use my shirt. Let's put this egg here because I don't have my apron. Okay. Also, little one is here. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. We gotta clean this sand out and do new sand. I don't like do new sand very often. What we do is we break it up and separate the droppings. So we separate the droppings from the sand and save what we can. There's no egg there, honey. Chicken who has to go outside. You go outside. Be free. Hi, Sauron. See, she didn't even yell this time. She doesn't yell. The roosters don't come running. She starts yelling. The roosters show up like you're destroying their best friend. Yeah. What are we doing? All the noise? Okay. Okay, all the noise. Hi, ducks. Yeah. Hello. It's nice and windy. If it wasn't windy, this would be so much worse. It's already bad. Hi, sweetie. That's Dahlia. We got Dewey, Donald, and Delilah. Sometimes it takes me a minute to see what their, hang on, I'm just gonna use my shirt. There we go. But sometimes it takes a minute for me to see any eggs. No. Takes a minute for me to see which duck is which. No eggs there yet. I seriously forgot my apron, so I'm just... Let's see what this temperature gauge says. It's sitting in the sun. Oh, God. No wonder it feels like I'm going to die. It says it's 45 degrees in the sun. Now, it's obviously not in the sun. You good, little guys? Yep, they're up and moving. Good. But it's 45 degrees in the freaking sun. No wonder I feel like I'm melting out in the sun. I should have put my hat on. This is not fun. So it's going to be over when I say 45, it means Celsius. So without accounting for the sun, it's going to be over 100 degrees Fahrenheit today. So when you convert it, it's going to be 103. Wait a minute. Oh, math makes my brain freeze. Almost 104 when you convert it. And okay, the reason the math makes my brain freeze is because you not only have to multiply, but then you have to, there's like a 5/8 thing involved, and kittens are in there. I'm not going to lean in and show you because I have an egg. All the kittens are really, really good. The reason Jake moved them here, by the way, is so that Gwen would stop trying to steal them. Because over here, Gwen just kept taking them. And so there was a whole full-fledged custody battle going on. Not anymore. Not anymore. So, I have my egg. It's the only egg I've got right now. I wouldn't blame anyone for not laying. It's like freakishly hot. Everyone should just go lay down in the shade. Like Jake. Laying in the shade. Yeah, meow. We will go inside today because we have to do some stuff inside. One of the things we have to do is I have to clean the hatcher and lock down some eggs. We are going to check on Trunk's babies. They all survived. I took Gemini's babies are 4 weeks old today. So I separated them into the blue cage because they're still potty training. We'll talk about that later. But they're still potty training. So because they're still potty training, they need a smaller space. I don't want them running around my room like mad things. Just looking at the stuff that's growing. Very nice. Very nice. But, so they're confined to the blue cage until they're finished potty training. They're 4 weeks old. I can always give them back to their mama if they need to. Usually I separate at 5 weeks. But Gemini is now looking after 8 babies that are not hers. So I took the 3 away and gave her the 8. So that should be fine. So that's what we're doing today. We are checking in on them. We are doing eggs. And at some point I have to make butter, which luckily that's all inside stuff. I think I'm getting heat stroke. We're not doing anything out here today. It's ridiculously hot. So we will come back. It's going to be hotter later, but I still have to come outside, right? The heat doesn't matter when it comes to looking after the animals. You have to make sure everyone has water. You have to make sure everyone has food. You have to make sure everyone has shade. You got it, right? You got to give frozen water bottles to the rabbits because of all the animals we have, it's the rabbits that are the most affected by the heat. So we have to give water bottles to the rabbits. They already have frozen water bottles, but I have to change them at noon because it's going to be too hot. So it's already freaking hot, and it's going to get worse. All right. I'm done. I am done. I'm going in the house, getting out of the heat. Then I have to come back into the heat. So I might as well go take a break now. Yeah. It's time to make butter. We're not going to film the entire thing. Also, that's the wrong side. We're not going to film the entire thing because I do this all the time. If you really want to see, look at the butter and cheese making playlist. I make butter a lot there. But basically what I'm doing is putting cream that is at least 33% milk fat. So this one is 35%, but you need at least 33. Can you make butter with less? Yes, but then you won't get as much butter. The milk fat portion is what turns into the butter. So that's what you need. So you can get a heavy cream or a whipping cream. As long as it's got the percentage you need, you're probably fine. There we go. That's better. So I'm going to turn this on high speed, and then we will come back when it's finished, because it takes a while and it's annoying and it takes a little while. But I don't actually have to do anything. I just walk away because it's just going to... You like the sound effect? I love the sound effect. It's way too hot out. I don't like it. So I'm a little discombobulated because of the heat. I'm not going outside to do the animals for another hour or so till it starts to cool down, because it right now is really, really hot. Like, really, really hot. It's nearly 40 degrees Celsius. It's insane. It's May. It might snow Thursday night. This is Tuesday, I think. I think this is Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. So it's Tuesday night. It might snow Thursday night. And today it's nearly 40 degrees Celsius, which is over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yeah, it's entertaining. I hate this. I'd rather it be cold than hot. I can handle the cold much better than the heat. I'd rather it be 40 below than 40 above. And just for, again, reference, 40 above is well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to do other things. Yeah, I guess we still have to check on those little bunnies. We'll do that soon. For now, I'm going to make butter. We'll come back when it's done whipping up. It's done. And I'm just knocking everything literally everywhere. Just, it's just what I'm doing right now. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to get that off of there. Get off. Get off. Then, without knocking that, how about pour it through the strainer, because we need to strain out the butter. Make sure the butter is separated from the buttermilk, and let it drip dry for a little while. Then I got to squeeze it a bunch, wash it in cold water, all of that good stuff. So I got to do all of that stuff, which is awesome. And then I have to mix salt and a little pepper into the butter, because that's what you got to do. That's literally the process of making butter. It's not difficult. It can be tedious, like if you're doing it by hand, but I'm using a mixer. So clearly that's not really an issue. Like, you just let the mixer run till it turns into butter. There we go. Now we're just going to let that dry for a little bit, because it has to dry. So it's going to dry, then I'm going to squeeze it out. Then I'm going to put it in the mixer again and mix it with salt and pepper. And then I will press it into molds, because that's what I got to do. Yeah, that's what I got to do. Anyway, I'm just going to let this set up for a few minutes, drip drain, so I get as much of the buttermilk as possible. Then I will come back and press it into molds. That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm going to try... Oh, that's a blue jay. Sorry. I have ADHD. That was a blue jay. But, yeah, I'm going to come back and press into molds. It'll be fun. After that, we can go check on the little baby bunnies that we gave to Gemini and talk about them for a bit. They're doing fine, by the way. They're doing fine 24 hours later. We'll do that after. And then we have to go outside, because I have to clean a hatcher. I've got to check on all the animals. And I also have to then come back inside and lock down some eggs so that we have chicks on the weekend. It'll be fun. So there's still lots left to do. We'll keep going. Well, I'm just literally squeezing out butter that I've washed The butter's been washed. It's just there might be a little excess buttermilk in them. So I just grab little chunks and squeeze out any excess. Get as much of that buttermilk out as you can, but you don't want too big a chunk in your hand at a time. You don't have to do this with your hand. I just seriously don't mind. Like, I've milked animals before. Having a little milk on my hand does not bother me. But it'll bother some people. So if it bothers you, don't do it. But yeah, you just squeeze it out. And then we're going to put salt and pepper in it. And I left my mic over there, so if the sound is a little weird, that would be why. My mic's sitting over there, and I'm not going to grab it now. I've got butter and milk on my hands. So, there we go. It is so freaking hot out. I know it's like my entire day's been complaining about the temperature, but seriously, it is so freaking hot. Like, so hot. It's not even funny anymore. Like, it wasn't funny yesterday. It's hotter today. But the part that's really bothering me isn't even necessarily the heat. It's why is the temperature going to be so low tomorrow and the day after? Like, why is it going to get down to freezing, and why might we get snow after we've had a day that's this hot? Like, it's insane. It's not fair or right. It's not good. The only plus side is it is supposed to rain, and we desperately need a little bit of rain. So take the opportunity to wash my hands. We desperately need a little bit of rain. Rinse my hands off. Grab a cloth to get the remainder of the butter off my hands. I like the feeling of butter on my hands, though. It makes your hands really, really soft if you're looking for something to moisturize. I'm not saying we should all use butter to moisturize. I'm saying if you're making butter and cheese and all that jazz, your hands are going to be very soft. Okay? Get rid of this. I don't need it anymore. This, save your buttermilk. You can use it for cooking. Also, I can now grab this and clip it onto my shirt. Ha! So, this one is salt. I don't like doing unsalted. Okay? I like doing salted. First, salt does help preserve it. But beyond that, I just prefer salted butter. And then I put a little bit of pepper. And then, you know what? This is my butter mold. Since I'm going to have to use my hands to get it in the butter molds anyway, I might as well just get my hands in there. I literally do not mind having butter on my hands. That's why you have to do this with clean hands, obviously. Just mix all that salt in. And then we're going to take it and put it into molds. So I already have one stick in this mold. I need to put these sticks in the mold. Oh, this is going to be good butter. I adore butter. I completely adore butter. I don't understand. I understand some people are lactose intolerant and stuff like that. I really do. I get that part. But not being able to eat butter is like the world's worst thing to me. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's like, I would not like that. Being told you now can't have butter because you're allergic to dairy. That's like a nightmare to me. I'm just saying. What am I getting? A knife. I'm just saying that is basically my nightmare. Being told, no, you can't have butter anymore because sucks to be you, you're now allergic to it. That butter and cheese are life, man. I don't know how people live like that. I know people have no choice. I guess I've had the same, people say the same thing to me. How can I live without eating like beef and stuff? Well, I have alpha gal, so I do not have a choice. So I guess it's the same thing. But still, I mean, still, right? It's when you love something as much as, like, having alpha gal is not really that big a deal for me, to be honest. Because, okay, so what? I can't have beef and pork. That's fine. It's not cheese. Like, cheese would be bad. Not being able to have cheese would not be a good time for me. So, yeah. I love cheese. And I love butter. Butter makes it better. Because you need real butter. And I don't like those, those can't believe it's not butter and stuff. Those are not fun for me. Like, I know people are like, well, you can't even tell. Yes, you can. I've had people tell me, you wouldn't even be able to tell it's not butter. Yes, you can. I'm not saying things like margarine, plant butters, and stuff are not valid. They're fine. But don't go telling me that I can't tell, because I can. I can 100% tell when something is butter or not butter. Like, it's not hard to tell. It's not hard. It's not hard to tell. People who haven't really had butter in a long time would not be able to tell, maybe because they're so used to it. And I'm not even saying it's bad. Like, plant butters are fine. My son likes them. But you can tell that they're not butter. You can tell. They taste different. In fact, that's one of the reasons he likes them, because they taste different. Anyway, we're going to pop this in the freezer to set. Best place to set your butter is literally in the freezer. It just sets up so much faster, especially in the heat like this. This is nuts. Anyway, that's it. So the next thing I have to do is go outside, but I am going to wait about another hour because it is cooling down outside, but not by a lot. So it's another hour and the sun will be setting and it won't be quite so crazy hot. So I'm going to wait. So in about an hour, we'll go outside, clean the incubator. I'll get Tristan to blow out the top and I'll clean the bottom. And then we'll check all the animals, water my stinking plants in the front, which probably got roasted in the heat. And then come back inside and set those eggs, because that'll be fun too. That's what we're doing. Well, it is much, much cooler. And I am just spraying the incubator tray a little bit. Also, get a little bit of water over there. It was a hot one today. Like crazy hot. So then we're just going to rip that off. Dump that out. And spray it some more. Ugh. Spray it some more. I like these plates because they're solid. Some incubator brands have like a lot of grooves and stuff. Solid plates are much, much easier to handle because you just, whoops, sorry for that funky filming. It's hard to do stuff when you only have one hand. Okay. So then we're going to do that a little bit more. And we're going to let this sit and we'll come back in a minute. At least this time I have my egg apron on. Hi, Gwen. Going back to your children? Or at least the children you claimed? Everyone, there's Tequila in the house. Tequila is very tired lately. And that one's still pregnant. So is Tequila. Bowser and Tequila are still pregnant. So, yeah. Anyway, Tequila's very tired. Hi, Shadowfax. He's talking to me. But Tequila is very, very tired. She could have puppies as soon as about a week from now, but it'll probably be like 2 weeks from now. maybe a little more, like 14, 16 days from now. Technically, she could have them earlier than that, but she's probably not gonna. Okay? Wow, it looked like we had way too many ducks. It's okay. It is okay. All right? It just looked like that. It's just the way they were standing, it looked like they had too many ducks. We had way too. It looked like there were too many ducks. It's fine. Arwen, I'm gonna need you to move. How am I supposed to get anywhere? Look out. Come on. Arwen. Arwen. Come on. Arwen. Okay. Ugh. Okay. That's one way to do it. Hi, buddy. No. Oh, yeah, we got to fill your hay again. Man. Okay, but here's the thing. Your hay's all over the ground. Look at this. Your hay is literally all over the ground. I don't know. Like, I know I'm going to get you more hay. I'm going to do it. I just want to point out that you're putting your hay all over the ground. So you have boogers in your eye. Just let me get the eye boogers. Yeah. I'm going to do it. I have to do it. Because he needs more hay. Even though he's a bum. Hi, Sauron. Okay. Egg. Egg. Hi. Yes, I have an egg. I'm putting on my left side. There is an egg there, and there's no way I'm not going to be able to reach it. I have to actually. Butthead. Why can't she lay where everybody else lays? It would just be easier on me. Sorry, Sauron. I know, we still got to fix this fence. Haven't done it yet. Someone asked if we eat the silky eggs. The answer is yes. I like using... Okay, Rowan likes using the silky eggs for, like, scrambled eggs. He says they're smoother, and he can tell the difference. He can tell the difference. I like using them to glaze breads because there are not as much egg. They're not as much egg. Hi, Sauron. That's Sauron. He's a bum. He's a bum, and we love him. And this is a bigger bum. Love him, too. Yeah, you guys are all bums. But we love you anyway. How am I going to get back out of here? Arwen is against the gate again. And with my knees, I can't climb the fence. Okay, get out of the way. Come on. Come on, get out of the way. Sheesh. You little goat. Baby goat. We're going to go inside and check on those bunnies and lock down those eggs. The bunnies are fine. I've been checking on them all day. They are fine. They are literally fine. Gemini does awesome jobs. And I think we're just going to leave them with her, honestly. I don't know how good it is for Trunk to go back and forth, back and forth. I'm just not sure that's a good idea. So I think probably... Give me that egg. One egg. One. Okay, come on. Ow! Okay. Just the one right now. Hello, chickens. Yes. And turkey. Big turkey. So, I think Trunk right now is better off just not having to nurse her babies. Okay. Just doing a quick head count. Yeah, we've been digging holes in here. Nice holes. Very nice. I know, it makes you cooler if you dig holes. It's not going to be an issue tomorrow. But you can already feel the temperature dropping. That's why I waited till this late to come out. Because it was like, I just checked the temperature gauge. When we checked it earlier, it was 45 Celsius. That's not Fahrenheit. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why I feel so much cooler. It's literally 25 degrees cooler standing out here now than it was then. So 25 degrees Celsius. So Yeah, that's better. I do not mind that. We're looking good. This is Dot. That's Dot. We had to separate Dot and Spot. Why did we have to separate Dot and Spot, you ask? Well, one's a boy, one's a girl, and they are reaching the age where they notice. So we had to separate them because they're about 16 weeks, which is like 4 months, which is too young for her to have babies. That's too young. Okay. And I know some people will say, well, they're perfect. They're not Holland Lops or Rexes, but they can do it. I've had a Rex that had a baby at 3 months old. Like, that's great. I'm glad. However, that is not old enough. Even for my Holland Lops that are smaller rabbits, I won't let them have babies at 4 months old. That is nonsense. Okay. So the problem we have now is I don't know where the kittens are because someone moved the box down here. Jake, please show me your children. This is a bad idea. Where are they? Where are your kids? That was very dumb. Whoever did that, I'm mad at them. I don't know who that was. So now she'll have moved them. Where? Meow? Okay, we're actually going to flip the camera around. And I'm going to turn the flashlight on. I honestly can't see what's going on. Okay, Peaches. What are we doing? Okay, you want Peaches back. Okay. What is going on? Okay, I actually suspect Bowser's in labor. Okay. You guys are idiots. Okay, so what's going on here is Bowser's kitten having spot is under the deck. Gwen is there with a couple of kittens. Yeah. We're having kittens, I think. Hi. There's like kittens galore here. I don't know. So, Bowser's kitten having spot is under the deck. Gwen currently has kittens under the deck. So apparently, the new kitten having spot is here by the hay. Okay. That's what's going on. Apparently we're having kittens over here in the hay, which is fine to have kittens in the hay. That's actually an excellent choice. That's a better choice than the other two mamas made. It's just awkward. I hope, Okay, I'm going to just leave everyone alone. There is more than one kitten in there, in case you're wondering. Let's see if I can get a better angle here. Hi, that's Peaches. And that one doesn't have a name. Hi, sweetie. So, yeah, that's what's going on. We're now having kitten having spots in here. Okay. Hi, Peaches, honey. Oh, that's my Peaches. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? We're having kittens. I think we're having kittens. Okay. Well, we're just going to leave everyone be and let everyone just be idiots for a while. I know, Peaches. Okay, Peaches. Okay. I love you too, Peaches. I know, Peaches. Here, you go back. All right, so that's what's going on in there right now. There's way too much going on. All right, well, they're idiots, and we're just going to leave them to their idiot selves. We're just going to leave it. They can stay over there and be their idiot selves. And DK's coming for emotional support. Yeah, DK's coming for emotional support. I don't know why this all has to happen all at once. I'm losing my dang mind. Okay. We're just, we're just going to go with it. So, we're going to go inside. There we go. Sometimes letting things soak for 5 minutes while you go do other stuff is the ticket. Much better. So we will go inside, get a fresh hatching mat, start locking those down, and we'll check on those bunnies. And I don't know if we're going to come back out and check on them because, I don't know, kitten having time is... I don't even know at this point. I don't even know what's going on. I'm losing my mind a little bit. The only thing is, they're all experienced mothers. All of them. None of them are having a first litter. Okay? These 3 cats had kittens last year. The same 3 cats. Okay? The same 3 cats had kittens last year. These are not new mamas. We like to have 3 litters a year because then I can choose. And then I can keep 3 kittens. And I shouldn't keep 3 kittens, but yeah. This is me we're talking about. And I have a problem. And that problem typically involves animals. It's a good thing I like animals because I just kind of collect them. I just kind of do that. Very nice, Gwen. So, I don't know. Let's go inside and do some other stuff because I'm... Hi, Shadowfax! He's neighing at me. So, gonna get him some hay. And go inside and do the bunnies. And do something else that I can't remember right now. Oh yeah, lock down the eggs. I better go get my tray. Just don't even. I don't even know. We're not gonna worry about it. We're just, kitten having time is kitten having time, and kitten having places are kitten having places. And I'm not in charge of that. These idiot cats are. Here's the thing. All of them have had children before. They've all done this before. And last year they all picked very different kitten having spots. Gwen picked in the house on the couch. Jake picked in my closet. But do you think I could get either one of them to come in the house this year? No. And Bowser picked under the deck because Bowser has never wanted to come in the house. Not one time. Okay? Not one time has Bowser wanted to come in the house. So, Bowser didn't have kittens in the house. The other 2 did last year. Nobody wanted to come in the house and have kittens this year. They all wanted to have kittens in the weirdest spots. So apparently they're all going to be born in the garage. And then we're going to move some to underneath the deck, which disrupts Bowser's kitten having time. I don't know. I don't know. We're all purring. We're all happy. All right, well, I'll come back later and see what's going on because I'm over it. Kitten having time is kitten having time, and these cats are in charge of kitten having time, and I'm not. So, shut the light off so they're not that bothered. Come back later. They're all, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to understand why they're so weird, because they are weird, and not one of them needs to be this ridiculous, but they've all decided to be this ridiculous all in the same year. And remember, they've had children before. They have done this before, but not with this level of insanity. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Maybe we'll come back later, or maybe we'll come back in the morning. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. Well, let's check on these little dudes. So, they actually look fine. Like, come here. Come here. Like, they've eaten. They're not tiny and wrinkly. They've eaten. Right? They're probably due to eat again, but they've eaten. So she's doing it. She's feeding them. Gemini is feeding them. So it's good. It's good. We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about them. They seem to be doing just fine. See, they definitely need to eat again, but they definitely have eaten in the last 24 hours or they would be dead. So they probably need to eat again. And she's probably going to take care of that as soon as I stop bugging her. So I'm going to not bug her and going to go lock down some eggs. That's what I'm going to do. All right. We're going to ignore the kitten having nonsense for tonight, and we'll come back and worry about it tomorrow. And we're going to lock down some eggs. So first we have to put a hatching mat on there and cap that. We will fill those pores with water after I get it plugged back in. Okay, I need the incubator. Now, there are duck eggs in this incubator that we are not locking down because they just went in the incubator on Friday. So they're not ready. They're just in here to be in here for a little bit. Okay? Now I need to get the candler, which is, where is it? Lost my candler. We're going to ignore the kitten having nonsense for tonight because it's definitely happening, but it's also getting late. And I'm not going to sit out there monitoring cats and playing kitten police because that's not going to work. Okay, lights off. You have to have the lights off. You have to have the lights off. Candler. Okay. So, I have to get a bag. Why do I need a bag? Because inevitably, or almost always, there's an egg that dies partway through incubation. And if that's happened, you want a bag to put it in. Worst case scenario, if I don't need the bag, then I'll just save the bag for next time. But the bag is a good idea. So that's my bag. Take the lid off this incubator. That was haphazard. And we are going to start with this chicken egg. Yep, he's alive. And then I think that might be the only chicken egg. That might be the only layer egg. I think everything else is a silky. That guy's alive. That guy's alive. The good thing about these hot temperatures is the incubators don't have to work very hard. He's alive. He's alive. What I'm looking for is movement and veining. So that guy definitely has veining, and he definitely has movement. So he's alive. And he's alive. And I'm also just going to check these duck eggs. They do not get locked down. The duck eggs are not. They only been in here since Friday, and it's only Tuesday. So because it's only Tuesday, okay, I'm impressed with these eggs so far. Okay, so far everyone's alive. Good, good. Okay, they all made it. I didn't need the bag. But let's just see if the duck eggs are doing anything. It's only day 3, so I'm not going to chuck them even if they're not. But these duck eggs accidentally got put in the fridge. So even if I don't see anything, I'm still not going to do anything until Friday. I don't see anything. I don't actually think these duck eggs are going to develop. I really don't, because they were washed and put in the fridge. I don't see anything, but I'm going to leave them. I am going to leave them. Because if you don't leave them, inevitably, you would have had babies. But those will get rekindled on Friday when I add eggs to the incubator. Lid on. Lid on, so I don't need this bag. And tomorrow we'll check in on Kitten having nonsense. And the little Rex babies are doing pretty well, considering they lost their... Well, they didn't lose her, but had to take them away from their mom. So they lost her, really. So, you know. Someone had asked if I'm going to put them back with Trunk, and the answer is probably no. Because by the time Trunk is fully recovered, so heat hits rabbits hard. Trunk had heat stroke, and it hits rabbits hard, okay? It hits rabbits so crazy hard. Like, they can't handle heat. They just can't. So, she's going to need like a week, maybe a week and a half to recover, right? Out of the heat, out of the sun. She's going to need the time. By the time... Here we go. But by the time she recovers, these babies will have been with Gemini for like a week and a half. And if Gemini's doing well, I'm not sure what the point would be. Yes, this is my bed. This is the room that's easiest to darken. Incubators. Bags. This is where the babies are. They're going to hatch. You put water in this port. I don't have to do that. I just realized how humid it is. I don't have to add water. So I'm not gonna. But these guys are going to sit in here and they'll hatch on the weekend. We'll keep tabs. But about Gemini, she's probably going to keep the babies. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be so hard on Trunk anyway that she might have dried up by the time she has fully recovered. So if she's dried up, there's no point, right? Because Gemini still has milk because she was nursing her own guys just this morning. But she doesn't need them anymore. They don't need her anymore. They're in their own separate cage. They're potty training anyway, so they're fine without her. I'll keep an eye. They can always go back to their mama if they need to, but they are fine. These little ones need her. And they'll probably only nurse for 4 weeks. That means Gemini will have nursed for 8 weeks in a row, which is not unusual. I don't want to overtax Gemini, so she won't get bred for a while because she'll need a break. Raising this many babies, she'll need a break. That's a lot of babies. Because those 8 plus her 3 is 11 babies to raise. That's a lot for a Lop. And even if she, let's say she loses 2 or 3 of the Rexes, that's still a lot. Right? Like, let's say she lost 3 Rex babies. Let's say 3 of them don't make it. That's still 8 babies, and that's still a lot for a Lop. So, we're going to let her do her thing. We are going to go to bed, because I'm freaking tired. And, in the morning, we will check on the kitten nonsense. I don't even want to know. Anyway, that's it. That's literally it for us today. I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow.